It's time to be kind with Marley Q.
Because the time to be kind to ourselves, each other, and the world is now. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for making time to be kind with Marley Q. Today's episode is just going to ooze with kindness. You're going to love it because I have a special guest in the house today, or in the studio today. She is actually one of our celebrity guests, daughter, joining us and making time to be kind. We just love how this family fosters kindness. Please bring my friend, welcome her to the show, Maya Foster.
Hi.
Thank you so much for making time in your busy schedule to make time to be kind with me.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm so excited.
Yes, me too. I mean, you are a superstar student and you've got so much going on. And here you are wanting to schedule time to talk to a kindness influencer because you have a passion for kindness. Do you know that kindness is your superpower?
Yes, I love being kind. Kindness is my true superpower, and I feel like everybody should be kind.
Yes, everybody should be kind. Are you listening that, Parkers out there? So in case you don't know, Maya, a Parker, right? Parkers are the people that are listening right now. Parkers are people like you and me, right? Who perform acts of random kindness. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, but that's very interesting.
You learned a new word here today. It's an acronym, right? What grade are you in?
I'm in 6th grade.
Okay, by 6th grade, we know what acronyms are, right?
Yes.
Sometimes I speak at schools. I'm 3rd graders may not know yet what acronyms are, but by 6th grade, we know acronyms. So PARK is the acronym for what I believe my mission is, which is to inspire people to perform acts of random kindness. The reason that this podcast exists is to inspire people to park. And people that are out there performing acts of random kindness are called Parkers, just like you and me. What do you think about that?
I love that. I feel like that's very inspiring to people.
Yeah, you could be like, I'm a Parker. Yeah, try that. How does that sound?
I'm a Parker. That sounds great.
And the reason we want to practice saying that, I'm teaching you new words and new ways of being because I really believe, like you, my beautiful friend, that we should all be kind. And if we all knew that that's who we are, like at our core, I am kindness, then perhaps we would do better at being kinder to ourselves and each other and animals and our planet. Don't you agree?
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about your school and how you are being a kindness influencer in your own way at your school?
Yes. So my school is called Akron Academy, and it's a learner-driven school. So there's no teachers, there's only guides, and the guides can't answer any questions. So it teaches you critical thinking, and we have a lot of systems there about being kind. For example, we have one that's called the peace table. So it's, for example, when two people get into an argument, you go to the peace table to work it out. But it's not the person against the other person. It's both of the people in the argument against the argument. That way you guys can work together to find a solution. And that's what I love about my school, because everyone there is so kind and we all help each other.
I think that was such a great example. Thank you for sharing that. What a great school. I wish I went to your school. That's amazing. So your mom told me that you started like a club. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, so I started a little group with my friends about, being kind to others. And I just love being kind, which is why I started that group. So my friends can join with me and we can have a fun time being kind with each other.
So will you go back at your next club meeting and tell your friends that they're Parkers? Can you spread that message for me?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes you a superhero and you're part of this movement to spread kindness worldwide. Thanks, Parker.
Thank you.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit, maybe a particular act of kindness that's really meant something or a lot to you recently?
Well, yes, I think about 2 years ago for Thanksgiving, we made little bags with like a turkey sandwich, an apple, different types of like really good foods, and a water bottle in there. And we fed the homeless. And it felt really good because they were very grateful and they were very happy that we were giving them food. And I just felt very, like, I felt really good. I had this good feeling, like, this feels amazing. And yeah, that's basically how it went.
I love that. I love that. And that was 2 years ago. So you were what, like 9?
Yeah, I was 9.
Preparing these like beautiful Thanksgiving goodie bags and being involved in service. I absolutely love that. What a
Thank
beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that.
you. You're welcome.
Yeah. And what might be your favorite way to park? What's your favorite way to perform acts of random kindness, like on a daily basis?
Well, I love being kind to my friends, like just giving a growth mindset phrase like, you can do this, or you're awesome, or something to, make them happy.
So, like an encouraging word, a compliment. I love that. Those are some of my favorite ways to park. You know, I heard that one of your favorite ways to park, and you've been doing it this whole time. If my friends, if Parkers, if you're watching on YouTube, like her smile is contagious. Yes. Yes. Look at her smile. And is that a little tiara you've got on your head right there, Miss Queen of Kindness? Is that why we have this on?
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So you are known in your friend circle, in your club, as the kindness queen, yes?
Yes.
Yes. And you wear that proudly. I am the kindness queen.
So cool.
Isn't it so cool to be a kindness influencer amongst your friends and in your school and be someone that is promoting, not just performing the acts of kindness, but actively promoting it, right? Because I believe that the more that we have the courage to brag about the awesome power of kindness, then we would have more kindness in the world. Do you agree with that?
Yes. I really agree with that.
I think you're a superhero for wearing that crown, for starting that club, for reminding people of how important kindness is. Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
keep
much.
smiling, because certainly a smile is a super powerful way to park on a daily basis. You may not even realize just how infectious your smile might be. So keep spreading that beautiful smile. And you know that your mom and I, Adriana Foster, right, have an episode here in season 1 all about, it's called Why Smile. It's one of the first episodes that I ever recorded on my podcast a couple of years ago. How cool is that? Your mama was on the show.
That was amazing.
Yeah, you have a great mama fostering kindness and planting those seeds. And I'm just so happy to share this time with you and see where we grow from here.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any questions for me or a question for me? I'm curious.
I do have a question. So, what do you think kindness means to the world?
I think kindness means to the world that this is who we are. I think that the reason that kindness connects with every human being, that a smile can help connect, that a compliment, a supportive word, any small, simple act of kindness, we can see ourselves in that. Like we feel connected to that because that is who we are. So I think that if the world would see kindness as who we are, then we would be and we would live in a much kinder world.
I totally agree. I have another question. What do you think is the best way to spread kindness on a daily basis?
Oh, we talked about that one a little bit. Smiling is definitely my go-to favorite way. I practice smiling not just as an act of kindness to others. I do this every day, as many times as I can, genuinely smile at others. But I really also do it because I learned that smiling is an act of self-care as well. Did you know that?
No, but that's super interesting.
Every time you smile, you are basically throwing your brain like a happy party. You are releasing these neurotransmitters, these chemicals in your brain every time you smile, right? And it's dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. You don't need to learn all of these, but you do need to know that every time you smile, you're giving your brain this like happy party, right? And that's self-care. That immediately helps you to stress less, to be present in the moment, to be more connected and available to others, right? So smiling is my favorite way to perform acts of random kindness for myself and for others.
Thank you for that. I have another question.
Bring it on, baby. My name is Marley Q. Q for questions.
What do you think is the best way to give kindness to yourself, to be kind to yourself?
In addition to smiling, I think befriending yourself. I think being aware of how your self-talk is treating you and actively working to befriend or to express kindness, right? So that voice that we hear in our head, that voice is a kind and supportive friend, right? Rather than a mean, critical, nasty person, right? Or nasty voice in your mind kind of putting you down or criticizing or whatnot. I would say that that's probably the most kind thing that we can do for ourselves is befriend and have a friendly, kind voice in our head.
Thank you. I think that's it.
That's what you got for me. Wow, those are some really thoughtful questions. Thank you. Did you come prepared with questions?
A little bit, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Is there anything while we have, I got time for you, darling. Is there anything on your mind, on your heart that you'd like to ask either of me or our Parkers listening?
I think I have one more question. What do you think is the best way to handle your emotions? Like when you feel very mad, what do you think is the best way to be kind to others when you feel very sad?
What a great question. Breathe. I know that's a simple answer, but that's the go-to. That's the anchor. That's your BFF, if you would. And the acronym for BFF there is like your breathing friend forever. Like that's your BFF. Like your breath is always there. So whenever you're experiencing a high emotion like anger or sadness or confusion or whatnot, the most important thing that we can do for ourselves to help us to kind of calm down and be able to respond in a kind way, whether with words or actions, is to take a breath, to just take a moment, take a pause, and just really breathe it out as many times as it takes to bring that down, that energy down to a place that you feel that now you can respond instead of reacting, right? So yeah, breathing. Your breath is your BFF.
I love that.
Yeah. And your breath is always going to be with you, right?
Yeah.
So that was such an important question because for you and all our Parkers listening, young and young at heart listening, what a beautiful reminder that, whenever you feel elevated emotions, like whether it's stress, anger, sadness, confusion, that we take a pause and that we breathe, right? Thank you for being that spark of kindness and with that kind reminder.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to have made this time with you. I wish you and your club well. Do you have a goal for the rest of the year? Like, tell me what you're excited about.
Well, I feel like our goal is just for at the end of the year to, just like show everyone what it means to be kind and just be kind to everyone. It's okay if you feel sad some days, but you still if you just take a moment to just smile at someone, that can change someone's life. If they're having a hard day and you just give one smile, that can change their entire life.
You can call your goal achieved for 2023. You have achieved your goal of educating the public at large what it takes to be kind. You have shown us by example the importance of fostering kindness, right? At home, at school, and out in the world. Thank you for making time to be kind with Marley Q.
Thank you for inviting me.
My beautiful friends, I hope your heart is glowing and you are as touched as I am today to have had Maya Foster join us and make time to be kind. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a like, give it a comment, and make sure to share and subscribe. This podcast, Time to Be Kind with Marley Q, is to spread kindness worldwide. And I'm just so grateful to have had an 11-year-old kindness influencer and superhero on the show today. If you have yet joined our kind crew, what you waiting for? Head on over to marleyq.com/this episode number for all the links to connect and sign up. Thanks again for making time to be kind with Marley Q. I'll see you next time.